is Roxanne here again. Welcome back to the Astoundmas. This is episode 9, and unfortunately you are back with me having to ramble through as much as I can with a video I made. So instead of my plan of just going back and playing through like random flash games, I ended up going back on the Minecraft world with the Igloo in order to add a couple bits more to it. So by the end of this, there'll be like a candy cane and a well and like some wood. If you want me to continue this instead of my other plan of simply going to get some flash games, then please let me know, because I'm happy to do whatever. Because this week's plan was supposed to be I go and get some Christmas flash games, but the issue was that a lot of them are very loud. I didn't realise it as a child how loud the Christmas games were, but that also makes sense why I kept turning them down. It's kind of like a thing you don't clock onto until you're a bit older, being like, why do we just have this like music blasting in your ears? So yeah, so this week it's more igloo building, and by igloo building I mean just adding bits and pieces to the igloo, because this is now my pet project. And then next week I will probably start with some of the flash games that you could play from the official NORAD Santa tracker, to which we've already had a video from Cameron about the origins of NORAD, which I must say I didn't actually know it, so he taught me something new there. We do have a couple more NORAD videos coming out. Both of them will be by me, so look forward to that, don't look forward to that, I don't know, you do what you like. Yes, so with, I'm in the same habit as Cameron with like the ums. Then again, it's very natural in the human language, just as long as I don't start coughing. Right, anyway, so we have a couple more videos coming out this week. We have the Astoundcast tomorrow, or the Astoundmas Astoundcast, which is very much a ramble thing. The Christmas hat he added on the logo for that, I found that kind of adorable, because I didn't know he was going to do that. So that was just cute. If anyone's curious, nobody's curious, I'm just gonna say it anyway. Because on those downcasts, if people watch, I end up doing a couple of different craft things. So there was the gem picture that I was starting, but recently I've been doing some crocheting, and that's because I've needed to get back into it, and I feel the season will be cozier when I'm trying to make a blanket versus me just trying to finish an Eeyore in the moon. So yeah, that's a change that has happened for the past couple of weeks. I've been meaning to get back into the crocheting, so it's like, why not? Yes. Topics. Okay. Yes, I'm doing this on one take. I can't think. This is great. I can't even use the Minecraft audio and visual to work with, because I've now done it out of sync for myself. So I know that while I should have been like watching this at the same time and then also putting just words and narration to it, or I could have just recorded it at the same time. The issue is with that as well, I had a roommate in and she's not feeling well. So of course I'm wanting to make sure that she has some rest, and by that rest it is making sure that there is no noise. So that'd be fun. Okay. So if this is gonna be out of sync, so I've ended up watching the video and it's at the part where I've ended up taming a goat. It's probably not gonna be at the point where I tamed a goat for you guys, but that's fine, because we now have a pet goat in this igloo. So, that is fine. The weather, though, hasn't actually been all that snowy for down here. So, for Brighton, definitely, there's been places that has snow, but the place I'm living at the moment really doesn't, which I find kind of odd, simply because other places in the UK have been able to have it, we haven't. I mean, I miss it, but I don't, because I'm having to travel back home next week. So again, I'm giving you a placement marker for when I'm recording this, because I don't tend to do these in advance per se. I do the video recording in advance. The audio that I'm recording now, I do at post, because I can't record both at the same time, I've just explained. But yeah, so when you're hearing this, it's going to be a week before I go back home for Christmas. So there'll be a couple of videos from me that are pre-recorded for that are back in my uni room, and then there might be one or two that are done back at home. So we'll see. If I look at the schedule for this week from Cameron and I, it should be that we have a couple more collaboration videos this week. So there'll be some from Cameron, some from both of us, and then we have the game day as well next week too. And then there's gonna be like a chunk which are mainly just me. So for those of you who tune in because it's Astounding Cameron, yeah, but there is going to be like a part of a week where there is a lack of Cameron in the Astounding Cameron bar. It's just going to be astounding. Imagine if we just rebranded to just Astounding. I say we like I have an option in this. No. Just rebrand to Astounding. I'll have to bring that up to him. Oh, I can't wait to see Cam. Because you know, when I'm down here for so long, I end up missing him. We talk every day, of course. He ends up like reaching out to me most of the time because I am very bad at socializing. But yes, we end up talking. We do end up talking every day. My words are gone. But yes, as I keep repeating, we do end up talking every day, but it's different when you don't talk to somebody in person versus you talking to them over a screen. It's like that disconnect, you know? To which sometimes it can be a bit it's definitely depressing in a way, but it's not the end of the world considering I know that I will see him very, very soon. Because we have been trying to think of ways of being able to meet up over the Christmas, whether it's just for a live Astoundcast, or we do a video like we did at least last year, where both of us ended up meeting up in person and we just did something like that, which I found quite fun, although the video has kind of clogged my phone for a bit. But no, that stuff was quite fun. And of course there'll be plenty of Christmas things still happening by the time people are able to go off for Christmas holidays. I don't know when like schools end, but I know for a fact that my university ends on the 15th, so it gives us at least an extra week to get all the Christmas things happening. Speaking of Christmas things, how are people's Christmas shopping going? Because for some reason this year I'm actually ahead of what I've needed to, which is very rare for me. Like I'll put my hand up, I am not a prepared person in the slightest. So actually being prepared and having Christmas gifts already ordered for most people I've needed to is very much a miracle for me. And because there are some people who are like, I don't want proper gifts, I'm just thinking of how to get around that. Which I always have ideas of how to get around it. I have too many gift ideas as it is. It's just the budget. Like all good things in life, it's just the budget. So yeah, that's a cool one. That's fine. How about Christmas calendars as well as a final thing? Because when you try and buy a Christmas calendar about just after the time that they should be out, you find that all the selections are either very bare, or you find out what's the least popular for the year. And yes, I am an adult. I have my own money. I went and got my own advent calendar like a couple of days ago. And here was a fun thing. It was the fact that when I went to go and find a calendar, which wasn't in my intention, I found like a whole stack of Reese's calendars. And I guess that was the one that was the least popular for the year, because they just had so many stacked up for like £3. It was in a Tesco, it was in like a little Tesco. So of course, I'm coming back home from uni, I was like, yeah, I'll get that. I'm fine with peanut butter. And so now I just have this really weird Santa staring at me, with doors that I very much need to open at some point. Which, yeah, I'll take it. I forgot last year, so this is a new one. And no one's too old for a calendar. Like, you can't lie to me, no one's too old for it. It's a tradition. You gotta stick with some traditions. Speaking of which, we already went through old Christmas traditions for both of us and for different countries too, so that's fun. Sorry? Oh god. So, yeah. We're getting to the end of the video, so I'm just going to leave you with a bit of music here. So, I will say that'll do it for this 9th episode of the Astoundmas. Oh god, I'm turning to camera and repeating everything. Alright, so please, like the video, subscribe to Cameron's channel, the link will be in, the actual button will be in the description. No, the button will be in the description, the button will be down there. If you want to subscribe to me, you can, although I don't make much content. That link is definitely in the description. Follow Cameron on all his social media, that will also be in the description in his link tree. I do have a website, although I don't use it, so feel free to ignore that. And lastly, share this with all the people that you wish to either know or torture, and continue the loop, I always found that fun, of liking, subscribing, commenting, I keep forgetting to comment, Jesus Christ, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And yeah, we'll see you with the Astoundcast tomorrow. Bye guys!